motion to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At their own 27. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Pickett to throw on first down. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Pickett.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson from 13 yards out. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Prescott on first down. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And
inside second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, Prescott. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game. Tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Pickett sets up play action. Rolling to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Prescott. And this one too low.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Prescott on play action.
Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Four yards remain for second down. Looking to throw, Pickett. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
77 yards.
And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Olszewski now to return.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that one will fall incomplete.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action now, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
From the 31, Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. From just shy of midfield, Pickett. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. Pickett now on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now Pickett on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Meanwhile, Prescott's Tolbert hauls it in. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to it. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A first down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And again, it's Prescott. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Off play action, Pickett. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A first down carry by Elliott. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. They picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball running through the third base coach's signal to stop at third. And
it's only good if you're safe.
And he ended up, to me, this counts as safe. That's a great return.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds downs, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Steps away. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Pickett now, 3rd and goal. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He's got Elliott. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. To throw, Prescott. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Dak. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition pick-6 from earlier in this game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Pickett back to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip, try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And a fun, close ball game comes to